Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy.
Motherfucker started the dancing modes without me? You sons of fucking bitches.
That's right.
You fucking asshole.
Feel the rage of Skinslip. Feel it. I'm just gonna turn myself down a bit. Good vibrations.
I have shit to calm.
Welcome to Janky Night InSaNiTy. God damn it, Discord, fix your layouts. At least give us options so we can fix the layouts. Options. Layouts. Go. I'm told by person or persons unknown that they're working on it and it will happen eventually, but I want it now.
I have to ask, are you complaining about the black bars right now?
Yep.
The black screen fan you are.
I want it to full my screen. That's right.
Almost spit it out.
I paid good money for this television. I want it to completely fill the screen with the image at all times. But you're watching I Love Lucy. They didn't have widescreen. I don't care. I want it to fill my screen. Okay?
I want Lucy to look like she's 300 pounds.
I was just going to say, you put her in
in
fat vision and stretch the image.
Oh,
Madness. I need to find a picture to cover my face here. Just hold on, I'll find something. What do we got? What do we got here? Should have some pics.
Yay.
Yay. Such enthusiasm.
Ugh. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek The Next Generation.
Oh.
Almost done with the first season.
Oh.
Which everybody tells me is...
Oh. Hey, thanks, Angel. That everybody tells you what?
Season.
Sorry?
Oh.
The subscription
Everybody
pig was
shit
dancing.
About the first season of the Next Generation.
No. The first season's...
I don't know why, because it's pretty good. There are some good episodes.
The first season's okay. The second season is the one that's janky. Because... Oh, hold on. Thank you. It's for the noise, all the noise that's interrupting me. The second one is janky because that was during the writer's strike. So
I think both seasons are janky, and I think the third season is really where that show hits its stride.
No, that is...
I'm just saying.
I wasn't finished. But that is unquestioningly where the show hits its stride, is the third season. Everyone will agree on that. But in terms of the first two seasons, I think the second is the worst of the two.
Neither of them are bad, by the way.
No.
It's Star Trek. It's
Exactly.
a good Star Trek show.
Yes.
Even its worst episodes, like...
Bad Star Trek is still
most shows.
better than... Yeah, exactly.
There already have been a few moments in the show, just in these, first 15 or 16 episodes that I've seen that are like, these are really good. Like, that was a really amazing line that he said right there.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some really strong character moments in those two seasons.
Yeah.
That are, lasting character moments that stay with those characters for the entire series. I mean, like, it's...
There's some Yeah, no, there's some great
Be the
stuff.
Sword marriage ritual.
Yeah, Major. Now that's you know it.
Unfortunately, it was the 80s, so they couldn't really show that on TV. But
It wasn't until like recently.
Only if
that.
it was an HBO show.
Here's the thing. The secret is they could always show nudity. They could always show nudity. They could always curse. They could always do nearly everything they wanted. But there's fines.
Yeah.
oh,
If you do it before 9.
why is there a big scary man now?
There would be fines if you do it before 9 p.m. instead of prime time, basically. And after prime time, you could do whatever you want, but
Yes.
you wouldn't get advertisers. Nobody wanted to advertise in that kind of
See,
show.
think of it like YouTube. It's like your show is considered not suitable for most advertisers because you said a bad word.
You said fuck, no money for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Sean, I just fucked the money up.
That's okay. What's funny is we probably say fuck on this show more than in any of my other videos, yet I rarely get demonetized on Saturday Night Insanity. Because it doesn't get enough views for them to care, I guess.
Probably.
Nobody watches this anymore. Nobody cares.
It also just depends. Some advertisers don't care about language.
Yeah, that's true.
Language is the one where like you can get away with it still.
Yeah.
As long as like, you're not being like pervasively sexual with your language.
Yeah. No,
Like,
you can't
if you start
be
talking
like...
about sexual acts in detail, you might get demonetized for that week.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I can see the 5th page of the soundboard.
Yay!
Whoa! I don't even have a soundboard. God damn it.
It's on the right-hand side.
No pages at all for you.
No, I got nothing. And nothing was popping up.
So my munchies for this week.
There should be
Unbelievable.
I see it.
This guy says he's a Star Wars fan, but he doesn't even have
Yes.
the Ewok movies.
I'm
Those are the best ones.
a real
How can you
Doritos
call
fan.
yourself a real Star
Spider-Man
Wars fan
Doritos.
if you don't have the
Spider-Man.
original
Those are really
Ewok
good. I
movies?
had a bag of those.
Yes, the jalapeno cheddar. And
Oh, look at the new designs of soundboard. Sexy.
as long as they're still available, I'll keep getting them. We got the retro package of ketchup Doritos.
As long as you keep buying them, they'll probably keep selling them.
Ketchup.
That's right. I'm their
Ketchup Doritos.
one customer. And the only reason they're sitting next to me is because there's literally no room in the cupboards for them. So,
So,
yeah.
I also got some chips. A new kind of chip. It's a new thing they're doing.
Oh! That was perfect timing, JL.
God.
Dun, dun, dun.
I really-
So anyway,
I
what
really
is it?
want those.
It's bacon wrapped jalapeno popper. Whoa.
I love jalapeno poppers.
sounds
by the way.
good.
We found some gluten-free jalapeno poppers that are so good.
So it will taste
So good.
like
I miss it.
potato chips, bacon, jalapeno, and cheese. All in every bite.
Hopefully, I'm hoping.
Well, here we go. Here's the review of the new chips.
I bet
good
that-
for
like-
you.
I see Jail's been
Probably-
saving up.
They'll probably give you a
Thanks,
heat, but it'll
JL.
be heat. As you go along, you'll get a little bit more heat. That's
I
the
know, I
kind of-
haven't been streaming this much this week. The reason I haven't been streaming much this week is because my mother is visiting. Say hi, Mom. There we go. And Rosie, of course.
Pizza.
They're having food. We went shopping today, and she loaded me up on groceries, so...
Thanks, Mom.
and we got pizza yesterday, so... Which probably wasn't a good idea, because we got, like, a pile of pizza, and now the pizza is taking up so much room in the fridge, and we just got a pile of groceries, and it's like, where am I going to put all this food now? Like, the pizza is taking up, like, a third of the fridge.
Good one.
It's like, quick, everybody eat all the pizza. We need room for the new food.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah. And my review of these chips that I've had a million times before is they're still delicious.
This is a unique flavor.
Mhm.
It's weird. They don't ever really get the bacon flavor that well, you know? It's
No, they
always
don't.
a different, distinctly not bacon flavor.
Yep.
I've had a few varieties of bacon chips here over the years that occasionally hit the baconness, but it's never as bacony as you really want it to be.
Yeah. So it's like, it's got the fake bacon flavor.
Yeah.
Which I don't really like, but all the other flavors I do like.
Mm-hmm. So jalapenos, guys, got some good bite to it, I hope.
Yeah, the jalapenos got actually a pretty good bite to it, yeah.
Good?
No, that's good. At least there's that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see this one, I mean, it's primarily like a spicy cheese flavor, but you can taste the jalapeno in it. It's good.
That was perfect timing.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, yes, and that's what we'll be doing after we eat our bags of chips. Probably Stoud more than me because he's washing it down with Dr. Pepper. I'm just having water.
I literally burped when you played that. The second you played that.
Your real burp got drowned out by the fake burp.
Correct.
That faking really gives you gas, yes. Alright. So. Oh my god. Like what even is the cooldown period on that? I don't even know. Like a second?
Will you please stop saying that?
Problem is, it takes so fucking long that by the time it's done, it's almost ready to be played again.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
That's exactly
that's
it.
probably... So the timer actually resets when you activate the sound.
Yeah.
So by the time it gets to the end of the sound, the timer's already half expired.
You can't set time limits or time cooldowns for specific buttons. It's like a global cooldown only, I think.
Yeah.
So
That's the
But I don't even know where it is. Like, I haven't been able to find the global cooldown, so... I was going to change it,
it's in the
but...
settings somewhere.
Whatever.
it's in there. They've rearranged things recently. So.
Mm. You were saying you like the
Probably.
new layout for the soundboard? It's pretty.
It's much sleeker now.
That's good. See, I like that it's not one of these extensions that's just kind of made and then the developer goes off to spend his millions.
Yep.
But they keep enhancing and changing and developing it. And obviously listening to user suggestions, because number one suggestion has got to be more buttons, more buttons, more buttons.
Yeah, we need more buttons, man.
Yeah.
We need to make money.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure they're making money too, somehow. Something through Twitch. I don't know how.
Oh
you
yeah,
make
they're
money
making
as
lots of fucking money. Actually,
Oh.
it's one of the number one things. on Twitch.
extensions. Yeah.
Extensions. Thank you.
Well, the nice thing about it is each streamer can personalize it for whatever, whatever they like to do on their stream.
And you can basically take other people's sounds, because if you don't have any for your own, if
Yeah,
you don't have any,
you
like,
have
upload,
access to the
go
full.
the archive.
Yeah, you have access to the full library of sounds.
Sadly, now that Ninja's going to Mixer, Twitch is probably going to die.
Because
Competition's good,
he's
motherfucker.
the only streamer here. Well, I go where I want to go. Wolverine, X-Men 92. So if Mixer catches on, I'll be sure to go there 5 years from now when it's almost not relevant anymore. So
Yeah, right after Ninja's contract expires and he comes back to Twitch. Yeah, okay.
exactly, yeah. It's like, damn it.
Just got here, motherfucker.
It's like, okay, I'm here now. Party can start.
What's gonna happen is a lot of people are gonna leave Twitch. A lot of money's leaving Twitch, but a lot of money that were on higher users is now gonna be redistributed to lower users.
Yep.
Because they're not some people are loyal to Twitch are not gonna leave Twitch.
Yeah,
So they'll just
exactly.
spend their prime sub somewhere else.
Yep.
You know.
Exactly. So it'll, but that's good. I mean, that's how, you kind of rotate out the top users, give someone else a chance, and, keep things fresh. I mean, it can only be good.
I mean, you don't have to worry if, say, like, Tim's Hatman and Shroud and, like, Summit 1G and, like, what?
I only know who one of those people is.
Like, and there's probably, like, 10, 20 other top Twitch streamers. Those guys all leave, then we might have a problem here.
Yeah.
There'll be a power vacuum, but also a viewer vacuum.
Yeah,
so,
but then, you know...
We're talking about if every top Twitch streamer got signed.
Yeah, they're not going to do that, though. Because
I don't know.
There'll be some that's unrealistic. That's not going to happen.
I'll tell you right now, if I were Twitch and I found out yesterday, or whenever he would announce it, that my top streamer is going to the competition, I would immediately issue 5-year contracts to everyone who had 50,000. And we'll give them a higher pay bracket.
I can't hear you above the belch. So when you're talking about Twitch losing money, I'm busy making money here. So
did you hear that?
Sorry, what was that? Don't get mad at me. I didn't press the button. What were you saying? You're not gonna finish what you were saying? You're just gonna sulk?
No, JL interrupted me. It's okay. Thanks, JL.
Alright.
Lost my thought.
Alright, whatever.
Thanks, JL.
What happened?
Jeez.
Anyway.
JL's playing his, like, game, you know. So, we're just playing JL's game until he runs out of money. And we'll talk about things again.
Well, no. We talk about things anyway, and then...
Thank you, Angel.
Put
okay.
up with JL interrupting us.
Here's the deal. Angel just reminded me. So, if I were Twitch, and my top streamer just signed a 5-year contract with my competition, I would immediately issue higher pay scale for everybody at X amount of viewers, and I would send them a 5-year contract, and they only get that pay scale if they sign it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would give them a good chunk of the revenue from those because you're trying to keep those people there. Because those people are driving people to your platform, right? So that's how you have to compete. It's the same thing happened in WWE and AEW. AEW showed up, got a few top prospects on the market, and WWE said, everybody wants to get paid a lot of money, sign a 5-year contract. And some people signed and some people didn't. And some people signed, some people didn't. But the minute you find out someone didn't sign, the minute you start, like, de-emphasizing them in searches, and you don't give them any extra bonuses or help. Because you're not trying to give them money at that point.
Yeah.
They're going to leave. Because they didn't want to sign that contract. You can't trust them to stay, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, there's a fine line. I mean, obviously, it's business, you gotta make money, but also Twitch has built a platform on its friendliness towards its user base and its, you know, content creators. So, if it becomes too businessy, that might drive people away as well.
Here's the thing about Mixer. They're very clear and open about what will and will not get you banned. Unlike Twitch is kind of nebulous at times. But they are also clearly very, very, very religious centered because basically it's hardcore Christian rules when it comes to like appearance, and it's very strict based on age brackets.
No.
Very sexist, very heavily weighted towards women and women's clothing, obviously. Because that's how these things. That's all that censorship is always about. Censoring women in the body.
So it's not something we would have any interest in then. Okay, got it.
But I mean, like, you still can't show nipples. You can't. Except when appropriate. So if you're a man and you're at the beach, you can be shirtless. But not if you're a woman. Even if you're at a topless beach, because that would be wrong. That's the kind of rules we're talking about.
Yeah. So essentially, as you say, hardcore Christian.
Mixer's not
rules.
better, is what I'm trying to say. People are gonna say, "Oh, Mixer's better." Like, not really.
No, it's the new kid on the block. Don't jump ship just yet, folks.
A mutual brought this to my attention because, hey, guess what, guys? Chastity devices aren't on the list. I thought it was hilarious. Like calling them cucks, basically.
I will be right back, and then we will get into the geeky news of the week.
Metamorph.
Fuck is a Crowleton.
Fuck is Kroll.
Fuck is Crowleton. Let's say it fast. Sounds more right. Fuck is a Crowleton. like you're like calling and turned Carlton's name into like a fucking a slur.
Where is Crowlton, anyways? Being a fuck?
Being a cuck.
Who's what? Who what?
Carlton is getting his chassis device fitted. That's where he is.
Oh. But did he sufficiently open his anus first for the installation of said device?
What? You even understand how that works?
No.
A male chassis device prevents you from getting a hard-on, an erection.
Yeah, I know. It's just, this is Carlton we're talking about, and he's all about that ass, so...
Step
I
one,
think
open
for
package.
him,
Step two,
it would need to be...
accidentally the whole thing?
It would need to be something somehow fitted anally. So, okay. So, Geeky News. Trailers. We got some new trailers this week. We got the official trailer for A24's The Lighthouse.
Oh my god.
Starring Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. The film chronicles the gritty adventures of two lighthouse keepers as they are faced with loneliness, friendship, and their worst fears. Robert Eggers, director...
Jesus and Batman together.
Have you seen the trailer?
No. Robert Eggers, director of The Witch, helms this film as well. Now, I saw some...
Here's the deal.
I haven't had time, dude. I haven't had time to like watch anything this week.
So I watched this trailer, and it's so heavily influenced by the greatest Canadian director, Guy Madden, who you should fucking know. He's kind of a requirement to be a Canadian, right?
No.
Watch all his movies? What the fuck?
Never heard of him.
Anyway. Oh my god.
Adam Agoyan. David Cronenberg.
Anyway.
These are Canadian directors I know.
Those are also required viewing.
Anyway. I hear the name Madden, I think all those football games that I hate.
Spelled completely different, by the way. Anyway, he's a very visionary, very specific filmmaker with his look, and this movie looks like it's a love letter to him. At the same time, it is clear there's H.P. Lovecraft, otherworldly horror going on, because there's literally a 2-frame shot in the trailer that I only noticed in the trailer twice because it was an ad. It popped up, and there's fucking tentacles on the ceiling for like a frame. Like otherworldly tentacles, and they're coming out like a starry sky, and there's kind of a hint that this lighthouse might actually be at the end of the world, or this might be purgatory. We're not entirely sure. That's just from the trailer, by the way.
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Putting this into my room.
Okay, why are you taking your laptop into your room at night?
Because...
You leave your laptop out here at night and get it in the morning.
So anyways, the trailer looks amazing.
Yes.
I
Razor Wire Luke. I'm sure you're the only one who got the Guy Madden reference.
Nerd. All right.
He's an RT director guy.
Yeah. Official trailer for the Shudder exclusive film Tigers Are Not Afraid. A dark fairy tale about a gang of 5 children trying to survive the horrific violence of the cartels and the ghosts created every day by the drug war.
It looks so good.
This one I actually...
Hold on. We need to talk about the Tigers Are Not Afraid a little bit more, dude. It's a movie that currently has the blessing of Stephen King, Guillermo del Toro, and more.
I'm going to tell you right now, I love Stephen King. Him saying anything about anything is fucking pointless, because he's talked good about lots of terrible movies.
Guillermo del Toro, on the other hand.
Yes.
It's notable because this movie, Tigers Are Not Afraid, has very strong, I don't know, I wouldn't say references, but it has very strong undertones of like Pan's Labyrinth and Devil's Backbone. It feels very much like it. Look at the trailer.
What the hell?
When you get a chance.
Oh, hi, Cass. Let me just readjust the entire layout here. Hold on a second. Hold on. There.
Like, what the hell? So confused.
Yeah.
Turn him into Kilroy.
That's not...
Halfway in.
Damn it! Now this won't work because it's not a widescreen picture. Hello, what's up?
Good night.
Oh, you going to bed?
Bye.
Huh?
Yeah, because I have to go to bed right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like 10 o'clock.
Oh, yes. All right. Have a good night, sweetie.
Good night, Rosie.
The chair, I'll get it.
Hey,
later.
Rosie.
It's
Why am
not
I
a
waiting
priority.
tonight?
She's not going to be
It's not a
using
safe
it.
thing for a McLean to
Did you
do.
bring the
Don't put your eye
laptop?
out with that.
Yeah.
Can you bring it
Good
over?
night. Ah!
I know. Ah!
Good night.
And just him like going, the night sticking in his eyes.
What?
Why my worst nightmare?
Coming for my birthday.
I'm talking about being big.
Good night.
Yes.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Also, can you thank him for getting my goggles?
And then I went and muted my
You
mic because I
didn't,
was trying to
though.
get to
You
the
did
I've
bring
done that
them.
so many
Never
times.
fear.
Well, tiny little button
Ariel's
that's on the
here.
end, just like
Or they'll mail
Yeah.
them or
That's
something.
so
I don't
easy
know
to
what's
bump
happening. You're
to.
going to get them. Don't worry about it.
Thank you
I
for
mean-
trying,
It's
Uncle
like a
Cass.
tap button. It's like tick, tick.
Oh, never mind.
What?
I was going to show everybody my dinner, but my webcam cable's caught on something behind the computer.
Yeah, you
Good.
turn to Stoudman.
Here, everybody, look. Crash! Oh, looks
No, I'm
good.
not brave enough. Yeah, I'm not brave enough to do the show.
Hey, thanks, Matt's Funhouse. Boom. I'm just going to move that over. There we go. Perfect.
Always remember that
Ooh.
when Sean was like, "Look at this awesome steak I made, everybody," and we're all watching it. Live.
And I'm just like, I
Yeah.
had a big grin on my face, like,
Dad,
Hey, sweetie.
Sean.
see you in like, ow,
Mwah.
ow.
night, Rosie.
Sweet dreams.
I already know they're saying bye to me. I can read their lips now.
Okay.
Anyways,
How rude.
bye.
Bye.
And,
How rude.
See you in like 6 hours.
Where's the laptop?
So,
Oh, never mind.
Over there.
Okay, thanks, sweetie.
so anyway, Sean, you should totally check out that trailer.
Okay, I will.
That one in particular.
Now I need to
Yes.
readjust everything.
You would that one. I think both those trailers you need to look at. You like
Well,
both.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I will at some point.
We're not saying watch every trailer on this list, but that
No, God.
those two, yes.
There's certainly probably just, you probably aren't interested.
There.
But those two would definitely be up your alley,
Down my alley.
down your
And up,
street,
up
your
my
alley,
up
whatever.
my river.
Up your river, dude. Let's not get rude.
The water flows over a dam and under a bridge. I know it's under a dam and over a bridge. Okay. Yeah. It's like to say, Stout, I think I've watched your recreation of that scene more than I've watched the scene itself.
For some reason, Skinslip, I was just reminded of one of my favorite misspeaks of yours ever. When we were talking about UPS deliveries, and you meant to say, like, they look into your peephole to see if you're there. You're like, yeah, they look into your peephole.
It's like, ah!
One of the sides. Yes.
Okay.
That's-
So,
Wait, in case you're not a long-time viewer, your pee hole's the meat it. Discovered this one, SNI, and I've never stopped repeating it.
pee hole.
Fetus.
So anyways,
That's that kind of.
So,
News.
okay. So the next one, the official teaser. This one I did watch, because I thought it was Jim Carrey, but it wasn't. But it still looked cool. But the official teaser for Netflix's Mindhunter Season 2, which looks really good. Apparently the first season was excellent. I have not watched it yet. But,
it was. I saw it. It was
I hear
fucking
such-
amazing.
Such good things.
yeah, I've heard
Like,
it's really good.
top notch.
The second season.
It's
I'm gonna
like
probably dive into that
HBO
one.
level
Yeah.
good, all right?
And
It's
the seasons
HBO
are
level
short. I
good.
think they're like 10 episodes each. So.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna dive into that one and finally finish Stranger Things.
Yeah. First teaser for the new, yet-to-be-titled Walking Dead series, premiering in spring 2020. So I guess now
Okay.
that the original is ending, Fear the Walking Dead will be the main series, and now there'll be a second series again. So
Sure, why not?
I'm so far behind in Walking Dead. I left off. I watched the first season of Fear the Walking Dead, and I watched up to like halfway through season 7, I think, and that's as far as I got.
I get the complete series
much the same
of
here.
Walking Dead
Yeah.
and then finally watch it all.
I'll get back to it. The way I've been with The Walking Dead is I tend to, like, I'll binge a whole bunch, and then I'll just kind of get burned out on it, and then I'll just go away for a year or two. Then I'll come back and binge what I missed during that year or two, and then
Same.
I just kind of, like, periodically binge it. So,
Absolutely the same thing.
yeah.
I do that with like a lot of shows though. Supernatural, I'm on my hiatus for. And
Yeah.
I'll finally catch up with that.
And, yeah. So, official trailer for The Furries. No? The Furies. A woman is kidnapped and finds herself an unwilling participant in a deadly game where women are hunted by masked men. Well, that sounds like an interesting twist on the most dangerous game. I have to check that out. Let's see.
So many of those movies that it's hard to find a good one, so I have hopes for that one.
There's another one coming out called The Hunt.
Yeah,
it's we've all heard this story a million times.
The Hunt. Oh my God, though, The Hunt's on Netflix. I think that's the one. Whoa, that fucking trailer! I watched the Asian trailer with no English, and there was much mutilation and much cool shots, and I'm like, oh, this looks cool. So The Hunt looks cool.
All right. So. I mean, it's a concept that we've seen many times before. I've seen it in comic books quite a bit, actually. It's a popular one. Even there was an episode of the Transformers based on that concept, like the original G1 Transformers. A guy was hunting Optimus Prime, wanted his head as a trophy.
That's what Kraven the Hunter is based on from Spider-Man. You know, it's the most dangerous game as a villain.
The deadliest prey is man. So, let's see.
Well, that's funny. Official trailer for The Hunt.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying that's on the list. Let's try to stick to the list here, folks.
Sorry, we didn't know.
So official trailer for The Hunt. Oh, I hadn't heard of that one until Skinslip mentioned it a minute ago. 12 strangers wake up in a clearing. They don't know where they are or how they got there. They don't know they've been chosen for a very specific purpose, The Hunt. And apparently it's full of, like, mutilations and some really cool shots, and it looks amazing. So check out the trailer.
I just don't want it to say, like, there's a lot of these movies, but, like, not many of them make me go, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
Like, not many movies, I gotta see that.
I've always enjoyed the concept, and I find when it's done well, it can be quite entertaining. But,
like, there's a movie called Escape 2000, also known as Turkey Shoot, now on Blu-ray.
All right.
That's another one of them, but it starts out as a dystopian, like, future, like, cyberpunk future, prison movie, and then it becomes the greatest. So it's like it's a different thing.
Cool. Official trailer for the upcoming war drama 1917. Two young British soldiers during the First World War are given an impossible mission: deliver a message deep in enemy territory that will stop their own men and Blake's own brother walking straight into a deadly trap. Starring Benedict Cumberbatch and directed by Sam Mendes, director of American Beauty, Skyfall, Spectre, etc. Very cool.
It looks beautiful. That was another one I was forced to watch as an ad. I watch a lot of YouTube on the shitter, and I don't have an ad block there.
Oh, gotcha.
Whatever.
Okay.
But when they're movie trailers, I'm like, oh, what? Because most of the time it's some fucking like audio insurance thing. I just put it on the floor and wait until it's done.
Yeah. Official trailer for Little Monsters. A washed-up musician teams up with a teacher and a kids show personality to protect young children from a sudden outbreak of zombies. Well, there you go.
That's not my Little Monsters.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's the Howie.
Little Monsters has Fred Savage in it.
I want that.
And Howie Mandel, wasn't it? Wasn't he in that? Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So obviously, similarity in title only. Let's see. Official trailer for Queen and Slim, described as a modern... Oh, I heard about this one. Described as a modern take on Bonnie and Clyde. A couple's first take takes an unexpected turn when a police officer pulls them over. Okay, that's not the one I thought it was. There's another one coming out that's about Bonnie and Clyde, but the non-romanticized version.
And these aren't. It's not historical. This is a fictional film.
Yes. Yeah.
A Bonnie and Clyde like story. Actually,
yes, I get it.
It looks like I watched the trailer for this earlier today, and it looks really good. It looks like it's really steeped in some social commentary. It's got some really strong visual. It's gonna make people angry. So
it's been at least 5 to 10 years since we've had any story like that in film, at least.
Yeah.
I know there was like a Bonnie and Clyde TV series, but
it got good reviews too, if I remember correctly.
Official trailer for Netflix's The Irishman, reuniting the likes of Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci with director Martin Scorsese. A mob hitman recalls his possible involvement with the slaying of Jimmy Hoffa.
It takes place over several decades. I saw the trailer for this too.
That sounds cool.
Once again, I've been shitting a lot lately, so I'm not even kidding.
Seen a lot of trailers.
Been shitting a lot lately. I've been having a lot of digestive issues, but I've seen a lot of trailers in the last 3 days alone, and that one also looks really good. It's Martin Scorsese. I don't need to sell that.
Yeah. Well, that's
there's another trailer that isn't mentioned on this list, by the way.
Yeah.
Why? The one I just watched before the show.
Uh-huh.
Nickelodeon's Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, right. You mentioned this. Yeah. So there's a
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
New version of it coming out.
Series. It's a 15-second teaser trailer, but holy shit! You can see like some of the special effects and stuff like that, and it's like, oh my god, this is like Walking Dead level good. Holy crap!
Nice.
For Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Well, I always like, even though technically speaking, Are You Afraid of the Dark was a little after my time, like as a kid, but I was a young adult by the time it came out. But I still watched it because I really enjoyed the concept. The cast was engaging. I liked the characters, and it had fun stories. And I was thinking as I was watching, I said, "Wow, if I saw this when I was a kid, I would have been so into this show. Like it would have been one of my big shows as a kid."
I was like 15 when it came out, and I thought it was really good. But I never got into it until I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And now I'm super into it.
You sort of came to appreciate it later.
It really stands up as just a really solid show. And by the way, I'm gonna piss people off. It's better than the fucking live action Goosebumps show.
Yes.
I actually also thought
that's a bad show. By the way, that's not a bad show at all.
Yeah, I thought it was better than Goosebumps as well.
Not as good.
Goosebumps
was a rip-off of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
No.
No, the books came.
The show Goosebumps came after Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes, the show.
Not the same format. It's not a rip-off.
No. Other than it's an anthology horror,
It's actually, and that's not saying bad about.
It's like
bad about. Nothing wrong with Goosebumps. It actually is really. I've seen a few episodes because the movie was coming out, and I'd never seen Goosebumps before.
Yeah.
There's some really quite bad episodes, and then some pretty cheesy fun episodes.
No, Goosebumps was okay, but I definitely preferred Are You Afraid of the Dark. It just felt a little more.
It's a stronger written show, actually.
Yeah, I think so. Apparently, by the way, if you're a Man-Thing fan, don't bother with R.L. Stine's take on Man-Thing.
I know.
Apparently, he had little to no understanding of the character and what made it so great. They just
own thing. It's okay.
Gave it to him for the marquee value. R.L. Stine, master horror author, writing Man-Thing.
As a piece of horror fiction, it is actually quite good. As a Man-Thing story, you can't ignore the fact that it's got Man-Thing on the title.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it master horror writer. I'd say prolific horror writer. Prolific is true.
He writes a lot. Yeah.
Good horror writer.
I like how a lot of people take prolific to mean, he writes a lot of really good stuff. No, that's not what prolific means. What prolific means is simply that he writes a lot of stuff.
May I remind you, L. Ron Hubbard,
important, right?
Yes.
May I remind you that L. Ron Hubbard holds the current record for the most written by a single person. He's the most prolific science fiction author in the history of mankind thus far.
I don't believe that.
He's written more pages than anyone else.
I don't believe that. Well, I think that's something that they just want us to believe as part of the mythology of L. Ron Hubbard.
But here's the thing.
It's all Scientology.
Yeah, basically.
This fact is stated by his detractors because it follows the statement and not a single word of it's readable.
Uh-huh.
It's all terrible. It's direct.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
It was terrible writing.
He
was a very prolific writer.
He just wrote a lot of words.
It was bad. Not good.
Yeah, I've read some of his science fiction, and it really just reads as very heavily padded, rambling B-grade sci-fi.
Yeah,
he's
the Ed Wood. He's the Ed Wood of writing.
Well, Ed Wood at least has a little more entertainment value, I think. But
I know people who love L. Ron Hubbard's work because it's hilarious. So, yeah.
I enjoyed Mission Earth, which we talked about before, I think, which is his decology, which he clearly only like one of the big mandates of it was this has to be 10 books. I have to stretch this out to 10 books. When really he's got maybe a trilogy's worth of story. But there's so much padding in it. It's ridiculous.
So bad.
I remember I watched, I had some of the audiobooks, and the audiobooks have, like, each book was like 600-700 pages long. I mean, they were good-sized books.
Read all?
I mostly just listened to the audiobooks. I read a couple of them because I didn't have the audiobooks.
Did you listen to and read all of them?
Oh yeah, no, I listened and or read the entire thing.
I was like, this is not worth my time.
But here's the thing. The audiobooks were heavily abridged. They were cut down to about 3 hours, and the audiobooks also had a full cast and music and sound effects. They were done like audio dramas, which was cool. But they were heavily abridged versions of the story. So I think I listened to the first 6, and then
unbelievable. This guy says he's a Star Wars fan, but he doesn't even have the Ewok movies. Those are the best ones. How can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't have the original Ewok movies?
Thank you. So I listened to like the first 6 of them, and then I can't remember why I couldn't find it or something, so I just bought the book of book 7 and read it, and they were fairly light reads, honestly. They weren't like, difficult to get through by any stretch. And then I carried on with the audiobooks with book 8, and I didn't feel like I was missing anything at all. Like, there was nothing in the book that referred to anything that I wasn't already aware of from the audiobooks. Like, it just seemed to just slot right in there, and I missed nothing of any importance whatsoever. So,
I'm going to track down the audio version. That might be fun to listen to. It's an audio drama, basically.
Yeah, the audio version.
Those are my favorite kind of audiobooks.
So that's where I was completely convinced, like, wow, there's a lot of padding in these books, because I missed nothing important in these heavily abridged audio versions.
Yeah.
So
I can't do solo read.
Yeah.
Like when they're trying to read multiple characters, I get lost about who's talking. I can't. My brain just has problems holding on to that.
When it's multiple actors, it helps. Also, if it's a really talented reader who's able to do very distinct, different voices for characters, which some can. Not all, but some can.
I find very few on.
Chris Berry, his readings of the Red Dwarf novels are like that, because he's actually an impressionist. And
I'll check that out.
He does very good impressions of the other cast members, but also does very clear, distinct, unique characterizations for all the other like book exclusive characters. And you can get it both abridged and unabridged. So whatever's your speed. I definitely recommend unabridged though, because there's a lot of funny shit in those books.
Meanwhile, I totally want to get these abridged cast recordings
of Mission Earth. Yeah.
I can finally get past
good luck.
God damn.
Yeah,
there's so much fucking padding. There is a scene that goes on for 14 pages.
Oh,
where
dude.
Two people are talking and nothing gets resolved.
No, dude, that's nothing. There was a scene in book 7 where the main character is spying on somebody and he's just following them around through like several countries. It goes on for literally about 100 pages of him just following them around and learning nothing. The person does nothing suspicious, and if he does do anything suspicious, he covers it up so perfectly that he doesn't catch them. And it goes on for literally 100 pages of following this character around.
That is criminal.
While they do nothing.
That is like if I put a movie on. Look, here's the thing. If I put a movie on, and there's one great scene at the beginning, and then an hour of just people babbling and nothing gets resolved, and then a cool scene at the end, I'm going to punch you in the face if I see you. You wasted my fucking life. You could have given me a 15-minute short film, motherfucker.
Welcome to Mission Earth. 10 volumes of horrendous padding by L. Ron Hubbard.
The Battlefield Earth?
There's time dilation in his padding, because it's like, if there's 15-page dialogue in fucking book 3 that got nowhere, and then there's 100 pages of nothing.
Yeah.
By book 7, I bet you book 10 is literally 2 scenes and 300 pages of bullshit. I bet you that's what it was.
I don't know. I listened to the audio version, so.
Which was like 7 minutes, right?
7 minute long abridgment. Yeah. Okay. We have some more news. I don't even remember how we got on this L. Ron Hubbard discussion.
That's the insane part. We're getting sidetracked.
That's exactly right.
The audiobooks have been out of print for a million years, but I'm pretty sure you can find rips of them out there. So enjoy. Okay, let's see. Movie, TV news. David Leitch.
We're not saying don't pay for them. We're just saying.
I'm saying don't pay for them.
I'm saying don't pay. I'm saying don't give a goddamn cent to L. Ron Hubbard's fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing. It's I do money in Scientology. That's
exactly.
It. Don't.
Exactly.
Don't
or
do that.
Buy them used, you know. But
buy some food for your fucking family instead.
Yes, there you go.
Please.
Okay, so David Leitch, co-director of John Wick, Deadpool 2, and the aforementioned Hobbs and Shaw, I think that was aforementioned a couple weeks ago, confirmed that a sequel to his 2017 film Atomic Blonde is still in development and could potentially be picked up by a streaming service. I heard that was really good. I need to see that.
I haven't seen it.
I heard it was a lot of fun.
I saw Lucy, which is the other movie with the.
I heard that was also really good. Yeah.
Your miles may vary.
All right.
I thought it was all right.
Speaking of Leitch, in an interview with Screen Rant, the director put his hat in the ring for potential directors for the upcoming Blade reboot. I love Blade, Leitch began, and it's actually one of the first stunt jobs that I was in, the original Wesley Snipes one. I was a stunt performer in that movie. I was in the Blood Club. You remember that scene? Yes. Dancing around in the recycled special effects blood. It was great. That's great. I have an MP3 of the full track from the Blood Club, which is great.
Strong said, I concur that Lucy is a system display disc in either Blu-ray or 4K because it's a stunning looking movie.
Nice. Let's see here. Oh, interesting. A brand new adaptation of The Man Who Fell to Earth is in development. There was another version of it in the 80s, by the way, a TV movie version. That was the first version I ever saw. Everybody knows the David Bowie version, of course.
I have that on Blu-ray.
So, brand new. I still need to get it, actually. Brand new adaptation of The Man Who Fell to Earth is in development. I do have the book, though, which I still have to read. A brand new adaptation of The Man Who Fell to Earth is in development. It will stream on CBS All Access. Fuck you, CBS All Access. Written and executive produced by Alex Kurtzman and Jenny Lumet. When the duo was asked about casting, they commented, "We're going to look for somebody who is going to transform themselves into this incredible creature," stating they didn't want to replicate the performance done by the late, great David Bowie. Yeah, nobody ever talks about the 80s version because nobody remembers it. I only know it because it was on TV, I think, during my one summer when I was at my grandparents', and I was like, oh, cool, sci-fi movie, let's watch this. Okay. So we watched it, and we all really enjoyed it. And then later, I found out there was an even earlier version with David Bowie, and I'm like, wow, shit, I need to see that. And then I saw it years later and thought it was awesome and don't remember a thing about it now. But I want to get the Blu-ray. Let's see. The forthcoming streaming service HBO Max has landed the exclusive streaming rights of the BBC series Doctor Who. Interesting. So it'll be on HBO.
Max.
HBO Max, yeah. On launch in spring 2020, all 11 seasons will be available for me. Oh, so new Doctor Who, not classic Doctor Who. Yeah, I was going to say,
well, I bet you
11 seasons.
They can make a deal.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
BritBox currently has classic.
BritBox is like BBC's owned, like the BBC's custom streaming service. So they put all the classic stuff on there.
Though I don't think they're going to give that up unless HBO pays them a lot of money.
It depends.
And then they'll probably, in the deal, probably mean that they'll probably still keep it on BritBox. They'll
have it on both.
I think it'll be like if they won't want to get rid of that. That's fucking system seller for BritBox, or the subscription seller.
Oh fuck! I still need to see this. I keep forgetting there's a Cloak and Dagger live action series. I need to see that.
Oh, right. I
right?
fucking forgot about that.
Yeah, so did I. Now, this is interesting.
No one talks about it.
Head of Marvel Television, Jeff Loeb, confirmed that a crossover between Cloak and Dagger and The Runaways will take place during the latter's upcoming 3rd season. Fucking A. I got to get caught up on Runaways. I love the 1st season. It's so fun being able to do something that revels in the mighty Marvel manner. Having these young heroes crossover allows fans of both shows to see the adventure everyone has been waiting for, and we've only hinted at. Nice. So cool. They're those two are at least in the same corner of the Marvel live-action movie universe. By the way, today I finished watching episode 1 of Titans. Finally decided to check that out. It's on Netflix here in Canada. And gotta say, I really like it. It looks really good so far. I like the direction they're going with it. Definitely more an M-rated direction, at least just in terms of language and violence. But the cast is good. I like them. You know, it's gritty and looks like it's got a good story in the making. So look forward to seeing where it goes.
I'm not gonna watch it until I do a refresh. I've got the volumes here. I just have to get around to reading them. I'm currently on 2 in Dracula. But,
yeah, how far along are you in that, by the way?
I just started.
Oh, okay.
I have gotten back to it in a couple of days because I've been just, fucking.
Yeah, whatever.
I'd like to get back. I have like 2 issues left in Champions Fleet too. I gotta finish those off. So
yeah, I'm getting towards the end of Volume 1 of Tomb of Dracula. I've been really enjoying it. I'm into the Dracula Lives issues now. I just about to start the black and white stuff, yeah. Which is part of the continuity, by the way.
I'm aware.
Yeah. So I'm just about starting issue 2 of Dracula Lives, which is referred to a lot in the comic, apparently.
So,
the regular
there
comic.
was this comic. I don't know if you're aware about it. There's a company called Golden Apple Comics back in the 90s, late 80s.
Doesn't ring a bell.
And they had a series, I think it's like 8 issues, called Death Dreams of Dracula. A horror anthology about the dreams Dracula was having while he was asleep in his
Oh, interesting.
slumber.
That's a neat idea.
I only had issue 5, which on the cover had dinosaurs chasing people, which is the only reason why I bought it. Like, oh, dinosaurs, all right, because Jurassic Park was at the time, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
I was buying everything with dinosaurs on it.
Well, yeah, for sure. Wow, they were huge in the 90s, especially.
At the time, I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid, like black and white.
Yeah, black and white.
Because it's polybagged, or not polybagged. It was in bagged and mortar, so I couldn't read it.
Oh,
I bought
okay.
it. So I'm like, oh, black and white. Now I'm a different.
Yes,
I'm
of
more
course.
mature. I can appreciate it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I hated it. Oh,
I don't know.
I didn't like black and white movies when I was a kid either, but now I'm fine.
Yeah. I didn't really have that issue too much. I mean, sometimes, it depends what it was. It's like, sometimes I'd look at an independent comics like, I wish they could afford to do this in color. But I understood why they couldn't. And some of the indies, they would really make the most of it. And they have, like beautiful high contrast artwork and stuff. And, like, really get into the deep shading with the grays. And it would be really well done. But, so, I don't know. It was never really a big issue for me. But I also kind of grew up in that era where the, the magazines were on the newsstands, the comics were in the comic shops, and, like, the magazines were always the adult comics, and that's the market that Marvel was definitely going for with their magazine line, was more the, the mature readers, yeah. So, and you notice that... Yeah, well, and you notice that with Savage Sword of Conan, of course, was their big hit there.
That was the one that the sales on that title allowed them to make every other title exist.
Pretty much,
for the entire run of that comic, that magazine kept all the other any other magazine that it afloat.
But the thing that was great about those is they would always have these beautiful painted covers, and they would get the best writers and artists in the biz to write the stories and draw them, and it's like, yep, it's black and white because this is serious comics for serious people. There's just this air of like, whoa, this is something special. I don't know if I'm worthy to be looking at this comic here, but I don't know. There was just something. There was this stigma, like this air of specialness about the Marvel magazines to me, like that sort of went beyond, because you never really saw them in the comic shops. you only ever saw them on the newsstands, and it was like this sort of like dark corner of Marvel Comics that like very rarely touched on the main lines, at least that I saw at the time. And so I don't know, it's just some kind of air of mystery and intrigue about it to me.
I said I'd never read it before, but while reading the first issue, it all flooded back to me. About a decade ago, I read the first like 12 or 14 issues of, I think it was the first trade of Tomb of Dracula.
Oh, Tomb of Dracula, okay.
Bring it back around to Tomb of Dracula.
So it's a little you're remembering stuff.
And so I remember, because I think I was reading, like really into Blade at the time. You know, I watched the movies a lot. I'm gonna read back all this stuff.
Yeah, the story is good at the beginning, but it really kind of starts to hit its stride once Blade comes into it.
I remember like issue 8 or
and
9.
It's not even specifically because Blade's in it. It's just the quality of the stories gets better at that point.
Gene Colan finds his voice.
Well, Gene Colan's artwork is pretty consistently excellent throughout. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have any issues there. But
it looks rougher at the beginning. Yeah. As it goes on, he finds his stride.
Yeah.
I said voice, but his stride.
It was very much a passion project for him. But you notice it goes through a few writers for the first few issues until it finally settles on Marv Wolfman, who's the main writer.
I think Claremont wrote like issue 7 or 8.
Claremont wrote a couple issues. Also in the Dracula Lives issues, there's quite a variety of different writers there.
Yeah, I hear that was a testing ground for.
But that was more kind of testing ground, showcase, whatever. People who just wanted to write a Dracula story.
Magazines. Like the horror mags, they would say, "Hey, do a 5-page story, and then if we like it, we'll hire you for another job."
Yeah, and
they do that.
The exception is Savage Sword. Savage Sword is very much Roy Thomas's baby for a long time. He wrote both, actually, Savage Sword and the main series for a long time. Like nobody else could touch it. That was Roy Thomas's thing.
He has like 400 issues worth of like Conan stuff.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
But hey,
he adapts most of the Howard stuff during that run.
He adapts all the Howard stuff during that run.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want to speak out of turn.
A good chunk of it, anyway, is in the early issues of Savage Sword.
I didn't want to speak out of turn and say all of it,
but
I haven't read it all.
There's quite a few. Like the point that I'm at in the reprints was they kind of got to the end of the strictly Howard stuff, and they're starting to adapt the Elsprague de Camp stuff, which is what he wrote to sort of work around the Howard reprints that weren't necessarily complete or needed to be fleshed out a bit to be published as a book and things like that. Or sometimes just wrote whole original stories in pastiche form, so he's emulating the style of Robert E. Howard, and they very much feel like Howard stories and stuff like that. Some fans are kind of split on the camp, but, those paperbacks with those beautiful Boris Vallejo covers are what introduced the original Conan stories to a lot of people.
I have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I've got a collection, a small collection.
It may not be the definitive, unaltered representation of all the stories, but at least it got the stories out there in a form.
I have a bunch of the Elsprague de Camp bastardizations too, where he butchered a lot of Howard's work.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
The Sprague de Camp's a great writer by him when he does his own stuff.
Yeah.
Like he was butchering other writers' work for money.
Yeah.
At the behest of a company, to be fair.
Yeah.
Trying to make him end meet, so I don't blame him particularly, but.
How do we get into that? Oh, yeah. There was mention of a couple of comic book TV shows. Okay.
Yeah, just happens. Welcome to InSaNiTy.
Next, WWE superstar The Big Show has landed his own show on Netflix. The Big Show Show. In The Big Show Show, the wrestler will play a fictionalized version of himself, a retired WWE superstar whose teenage daughter moves back in with him, his wife, and 2 other daughters. Now the only man in the household, The Big Show soon finds that he is no longer the star of the show. Well, that just sounds like sitcom hilarity right there.
But The Big Show is genuinely hilarious. And if he's right behind this, I know it's going to be hilarious.
Nice.
And it's Netflix, so
I might check.
They didn't fuck with it. They let him do whatever what they're doing.
The Big Slow.
Hey, don't be mean.
It's the big slow.
He lost a lot of weight. He looks pretty good now. You should look him up, actually.
Speaking with IO9, legendary actor Bruce Campbell discussed his low opinion on the current trend of superhero films. "Stop rinsing these superheroes," he exclaimed. "By the time we get through, they're all going to have the same color hair. They're all going to do the same stuff. What's unusual about them? Okay, Scarlett Johansson, here's your mark on the floor. We already filmed all the other parts. We already put them there. So you have to be here because that's where your place is on storyboard 286-9 that we're shooting you in Iceland in the Saturday afternoon." "I'm good," he conceded. "I'm going back to low-budget movies for the Sci-Fi Channel."
I mean, look, Bruce has been there. He did that Spider-Man. He's been on set.
Yeah.
He knows how those things work, and the way those movies are built is so antithetical. How would you say that?
Antithetical. I think I know. Like,
yeah,
is the
antithesis
of.
I know how to type it out. I don't know how it's said. Sorry.
Yeah.
But with the filmmaking that he's born and raised to adore. The stuff that we are born and raised to adore is also that. So I can understand he wants to go back to low budget filming. That's where.
Because it's all real and tangible and there, and he has things to interact with. You know, like.
And it's people trying their hardest, and it's not people assembling.
Yeah.
It's not as commercial, you know.
No.
Don't feel bad about pronunciation, Skinslip. I once said to Sean how I absolutely loved the amazing filmography in a movie I saw.
Uh-huh.
No. Wow.
The amazing filmography of the movie. Yes.
Yes. Sean was just like, that's the list of movies the person made. No.
So you liked all the movies that movie made. I see.
Like all the movies that he made.
That's right. All the movies that movie starred in.
Yep. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny is that I do like many of the appearances the Evil Dead posters appeared in.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
So
there needs to be an IMDb page for that. Movies that this movie has appeared in or was mentioned in some way.
There does. I mean, technically, it's under connection to IMDb.
Yeah.
But there needs to be
that's
its own
true. They do.
thing.
Yeah, they do list some stuff.
It needs to be its own thing. I need to very quickly see what movies.
Exactly.
Visiting posters too, so I can tell which.
See, JL got some more bits.
I love JL.
Thank you. All right. Where were we here? We'll eventually get through all the news. William Shatner. William Shatner revealed he would like to reprise his famous role of Captain James T. Kirk for director Quentin Tarantino's prospective Star Trek film. That's interesting, because Tarantino was saying, like, I like Star Trek because William Shatner. Like, we just heard an interview with him a couple weeks ago where he was saying, like, I like the original Star Trek because it had William Shatner in it.
It was a Western in space, too.
Yeah, essentially. And he says, William Shatner says, if you're going to do Star Trek 50 years later, a few pounds heavier, come on, not a problem. The actor was evidently asked if he'd be up to join the proposed film, to which he replied, well, I'd like to do it. Whether I'd be up for it, I don't know. So, there you go.
Yeah, it depends on what needs to happen, right?
Yeah, exactly. But that's
Bill Shatner does a lot of charity work.
Yeah.
Might be hard to get in the movie.
So that's cool. I mean, at least that, you know, he's open to the possibility. Let's see. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the duo behind the Lego Movie, the Jump Street films, etc., have a first-look deal with Universal Pictures for 5 years and worth 9 figures. With Universal packed, Lord Miller will develop features in both comedy and drama based on the original content as well as existing IPs.
Cool.
Amazon Prime's Carnival Row and The Expanse have both been renewed for 2nd and 5th seasons, respectively. There you go.
That Expanse series has gotten such great reviews.
I've heard it's fantastic. I should check it out.
Such good reviews about it.
Here we are.
I've been told it's the best sci-fi show on TV.
The aforementioned, and now to be mentioned again, the 9th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, Hobbs and Shaw, hit theaters this week. Video game news. Since Garbage Gamer is MIA this week, official gameplay trailer for the Blair Witch game that everybody was wetting themselves about.
This is a new one that I don't know about.
Launch trailer for the Blackout Club, which is a first-person co-op horror game centered around a group of teenage friends investigating a monstrous secret beneath the skin of their small town. 1 to 4 players explore procedurally generated missions against a fearsome enemy. Against a fearsome enema you can only see with your eyes closed. Now that would be horror.
That's true horror.
That's
There's
very
horror.
relatable horror.
There you go.
They're just chasing you down, and he's like,
No, don't put it
forcing a jet of water up.
So wait a minute, is the hose already up there and the monster has the squeeze thing? Like,
And you're around with a tail, basically.
How do you make a better game than was already described?
By the way, that Blackout Club game looks awesome, and if someone wants to gift us keys, we'll totally play it for you, but otherwise, Sean
won't.
probably won't play it without someone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
it's a
idea
good
that it's
story.
procedural, though.
It looks
which
like
is
a
cool.
lot of fun.
Announcement trailer for No Man's Sky Beyond for the PSVR. There you go. And finally, in memoriam, we lost Harley Race, professional wrestling legend and Hall of Famer, 8-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and legitimately one of
He
the
was sick for a while
toughest
there.
men and greatest minds to ever lace up a pair of boots.
Harley Race is literally one of the toughest human beings that's ever lived. I mean, he
Nice.
if you look at Harley Race tough stories, you will find a plethora of stories where he was in some fucked up situation and he beat the fuck out of some people after some object was broken over his head or he got stabbed. He was like stabbed 3 times and still beat the crap out of this guy or whatever. Like,
Nice.
no joke, he's a tough guy. Anyway.
And we lost D.A. Pennebaker, who is a cinematography and art director of classic documentaries such as The War Room, Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, Don't Look Back, etc.
Also missed.
Oh, yes.
Also lost George Hilton. Is that listed on there?
No.
Oh, we lost George Hilton, famed star of like a dozen giallo films. Italian.
Okay. I think
star.
I saw that posting earlier, yeah. Well, there you go, folks. That is all the news that is fit to geek this week. Thank you and good night. Oh, wait, pickups. I actually have pickups this week.
I do too.
Hey, Cass.
Me too.
And he has a lot.
Does Cass have any pickups this week, Cass?
Mom.
You picked up your mum and left her here. Because she is also my mum.
Good job.
There were several moments where there, but
I
it's where
would just give
I
you,
would
like,
just
a nondescript facial expression in response, and you would burst out laughing.
I have a smoke, and Sean comes back, and I'm just sitting there, just. Just like, thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Says I got new tires for my car this week.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
God, night and day difference.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
No.
Now it's just... instead of...
Kind of what it was like. Actually out of alignment, too. So one of the
great.
tires, it had worn more on the outer edge than on the inside.
We'll
was
rotate
basic.
your tires for you. Lifts up the car. Okay, done.
Good.
It's Garfield strips.
I just got followed by a real doll on, like, it's real
Wow.
doll's account.
That's it. They're gonna kill us with sex.
I blocked that. I'm like, no.
Following potential customers.
If a robot followed me, I'd probably block it too.
But it
I
was a
usually-
real doll. That's a hot robot.
Anytime Cass tells a story, you can rely on any one of us to just hijack it.
Or random,
including the audience sound effects.
Or the Twitter account of a real doll will hijack it if we have failed to do so.
It was one of them was really worn on one side, so it was basically bald on that edge. And it was also horribly out of balance. It got up the highway speed, and the front end was like... So, but yeah, with new tires, all the vibration's gone, which is great. And yeah, it just drives so much better, so much smoother, more responsive. And yeah, definitely money well spent. And I actually got a deal through work. These tires apparently retail for $135 each. I got them for $80 each. And the install was free. I just bought I bought our shop mechanic a McDonald's card for coffees for him as a thank you.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it was a hell of a deal. It was. Originally I was going to go through one of our local tire shops, and I mean for the tires and the alignments and everything, I think it was going to be close to $700. And I'm out of pocket, I think about $500. So I've saved about $200 or what it should have been for basically the equivalent tires too. But they're not even the cheapest ones I could have gotten. They're actually decent spec ones.
Nice.
Everything you want to know about tires.
Okay, but can you tell us more about the trash cans you got this week?
I have a system. This one is for paper and recycle only. Well, then why is there a plastic empty chips bag in it?
Yeah.
I haven't implemented the system yet.
Funny enough, actually, I was reorganizing my storage today. One of my things I did, and I actually do have trash cans in storage.
Just in case.
The system is so overcoming that I have more trash cans than I can implement.
That's right. Wow. So I actually do have a couple of pickups this week. How about you, Stoud?
I have 17.
Good Lord. Didn't you have 2, like, earlier today?
No.
Oh.
I had 2 earlier this week.
Oh.
And then I got 15 in the mail.
Rebecca.
Yay! Thanks, Major Matoke. Oh, there's a Steam game. Hold on. Enjoy this Steam game, Z, says Major Matoko. I don't have Steam running on either of my computers. Let me just fire it up here and we'll see what it is. Hold on. I can't show you guys because I'm not on the right screen, but Commander Shepard has sent a gift, and it is The Quiet Man. What's this? It says The Quiet Man delivers an immersive, story-driven, cinematic action experience, seamlessly blending high-production live-action, realistic CG, and pulse-pounding action gameplay. Ooh, looks like something spoopy. Spoopy. Thank you. I like spoopiness.
I saw a horror game that's coming out soon. I don't remember what it was called.
This game is very professional. Alright, take care, Michelle. Chocolate porridge.
So, pickups?
So Skinslip left, and Cass
yeah.
left.
Yeah.
So I think I'll leave too.
Dick.
It's all up to you, Stoud.
Anybody remember that moment from Wayne's World where Garth is left alone? I'm having a good time. Oh, it's amazing. Entertain us. You want to know more about the Sublime? entertained? No, they're not entertained. I got some baseball cards today. I've actually gotten some pretty interesting ones here. Ugh. So, like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Allen and Ginter, but they're based on like old style kind of cards that they had back in the 1800s.
Everyone left. I went pee, and so everyone decided to take a break. And so you're talking about baseball cards, you fucking people.
These aren't baseball cards. These are new to the zoo cards.
These
are
poor
Allen
fucking
and Ginter.
people. I'm so sorry, guys. The entertainment came back. I'm sorry you had to deal with poor
The entertainment came.
I'm sorry the poor Ginger here is torturing you with this fucking bullshit.
Look,
I'm kidding.
collectible canines.
Where did you get these? Are these something you bought, or?
Yeah, these are Allen and Ginter cards. So Allen and Ginter,
I've never heard of these before.
they're like the Topps brought them back basically, but they were like one of the original companies that actually created trading cards back in the 1880s, I think it was,
Okay.
to put in like
tobacco
cigar
products
boxes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is this back? Okay. So these are two recreations of old tobacco cards,
Yeah.
and that's why they're smaller than
That
regular
kind of
trading
thing.
cards, I guess,
Yes.
right? Okay. Yeah.
But
So
they
these
also have others that aren't as small that are.
used to be packed
Pretty cool.
inside with your cigarettes, basically. Basically,
Mhm.
serious as fuck. They did this how baseball cards started, or all trading cards, I suppose. Technically.
Yeah, baseball I think was the first sport that they actually did, but they also did a bunch of other stuff like.
Yeah, like they were like I did a lot of research on
Flowers.
like 15. Yeah, there's flowers and boats and everyday mundane things, just cutesy things, and suddenly it's like
Chugging
sport.
along. Here's like a. Yeah.
They did sports and
train.
it blew up, and that's when the trading card industry started, basically.
Yeah. When it comes to baseball trading cards in particular, the people don't understand. The reason that Topps started creating, Topps is the biggest name, most people know about them. The reason they started creating baseball cards in like the 1940s and 50s was to sell old bubble gum that was old at the time, which is why there was always bubble gum in every pack.
Mm-hmm.
The idea was, we'll give you some trading cards. Just take this old stale bubble gum off our hands, kids. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a lawsuit sometime in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, because there were other companies trying to do
Yeah.
that.
And when the smaller companies got sued, successfully,
was
Topps
Fleer,
obviously, yeah, some of Topps probably paid people off for decades before that. But what happened was they got sued and they lost, and so that became instead of being regulated, they decided to stop doing the gum.
If you could close it, actually.
They just throw the gum away now.
Are you able to close it?
Which is good
I'll
because
close
when
it.
you open up these old packs that have gum in them, oh Jesus Christ! Ugh.
It's the sugar.
Some
that
of them,
makes
it's
that-
like it still looks like old stale gum, but then others, it's like moldy.
Yeah, the gum's not. Gum
Disgusting.
doesn't get the mold. It's the sugar that's growing the mold.
Yeah.
So the more sugar it's coated, the more likely it'll have mold on it after like 15 years.
But I think it's funny because like people open up these packs of cards from like the 80s, right? They have the gum in it, and it's like, wow, gum from 1984. Actually, by the point it was put in there in 1984, it was probably about 4 or 5 years old already.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Gum. I mean, that gum's actually still safe to eat, by the way. At 4 or 5 years old.
It's the sugar you don't want. That's on
It's
top.
after that, then you gotta start worrying. That's when you really got,
So
if you
you-
look at it and it's white and you're fine, you're mostly fine. It smells okay.
Kind of a bubblegum card gum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about how it was old even at the time.
Oh yeah.
This is
Oh, yeah,
how I
you get-
entertained people. when
It was
we
old at
watched
the time. It was stale gum, but it wasn't spoiled gum. It was just stale.
Stoudman, ladies and gentlemen.
It was stale gum specifically because it was just hard. It wasn't
Yeah.
that wasn't bad for you. It was just, nobody would pay money for it without trading cards attached to it.
How do we
Yeah,
get
of
rid of
course.
all this old stale gum? I know. Cards with pictures
Yeah,
on
garbage
them.
That's exactly what happened. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
Well,
Art Spell Kids is like legendary. I love that.
And a new collection for collectors was born. Speaking of collecting, pickups?
Yeah.
How's that for a segue?
I got 2. Am I offending anybody? I got 2.
I also have 2.
I don't get why that's offensive, but okay.
It's only offensive if you do this. It's like
I got 2.
I got 2. I got 2 too. And specifically, that'll only be offensive to our UK viewers.
Well, I only have one pickup this week.
Yeah, see, that's another example. We're always talking about how with words, Americans take out letters. Well, with the finger, it's actually 2, but they took out a finger.
Sam, you took motion out. You just gotta do this now.
Now you just do this.
Yeah,
that's it.
We got real lazy. Fuck all that shit.
Like,
Stop flipping off our audience.
I was actually, I was kind of annoyed. So when I was making dinner, we just finished watching The Vegas Vacation.
I get annoyed making dinner too. It's so annoying to have to make dinner.
So I went into Christmas Vacation, which my roommate and I thought was odd for August, but anyway. And they cut out the part where he gives the guys in the pickup truck the finger.
Oh.
Like, it's literally just like, he's like, look, kid's a deer. And then it just cuts to the shot after it when, like, the truck's going back in. It's like, damn it.
Damn censorship.
AMC. It's like
what
10 o'clock at night is there.
I think it was another Chevy Chase movie. Maybe it was another one of the vacation ones where he goes to flip somebody off and he gives them the wrong finger.
Chevy car.
Maybe are you thinking of Rat Race? Maybe when he's with John Lovitz when he's in the Hitler car.
Maybe.
He like flips off the bikers or something like that.
And uses the wrong finger.
There's something like that, yeah.
So
he
then,
didn't
like,
mean to.
it was like his family or something. He was like jokingly, like constantly
Like,
using the wrong finger.
I'll show you.
So if they all collectively
like
flip
that, yeah.
someone off with the wrong finger, it was like called back later in the movie. I forget.
All I know is that in that whole sequence, he ends up, he burns his tongue with a cigarette lighter. And then he ends up getting, he's driving Hitler's car.
Yeah.
And he ends up
John
getting
Lovitz. Of course,
yeah.
the Jewish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he crashes into a World War II vets memorial event in Hitler's
Oh,
car.
right. And he can't
Appears
talk.
with the ink on his thing, and he can't talk. Like, and he's like giving them all the finger, trying to explain what happened.
That's right. And he's just like raging incoherently, looking like Hitler.
And he's like pounding on the podium. I remember actually, I talked to a guy I worked with, and he actually saw Rat Race in theaters.
Yeah.
He said the roar of laughter was deafening.
Oh, I
in
can
the
imagine.
theater. Like, you couldn't even hear the scream anymore, but he was just crying with laughter.
I can imagine. That was Rowan Atkinson was in that one too, right? With the guy with narcolepsy.
Yep.
Just like would randomly pass out at the most inopportune time.
Rat Race is excellent. The
Yeah.
remake of it's
It's
Mad.
a great
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, it's totally a homage to that.
No, it's a fucking remake with a new title. What we was talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same fucking movie. It's just new.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's good.
Well, and Cannonball Run is another type of thing like that, and
Yeah.
there was a bunch of those road race movies with all-star cast things.
Cannonball Run's actually based off a real event that happened though.
Yeah.
We're working on another one like that. Actually, I think the last one I could think of that was kind of like that, where they got a bunch of comedic actors, well-known comedic actors together, was This Is the End.
Oh.
Just came out
I don't know if you can compare that
It's
to
not.
the movie.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean
not,
it's.
not the same kind of thing in terms of
all.
like a rat
But in terms
race,
of
but it's
cast, like.
yeah, in terms of getting
Yeah.
a cast full of notable, popular
Yeah.
comedians of the time together.
Well, the
to
thing
do a
is,
movie.
though, with those
I
like
that movie.
with a lot of those like race movies, it wasn't always comedic actors. Sometimes they would have dramatic actors and such, and it was just about having an all-star cast. So that was part of the fun, was seeing these usually serious actors almost like making fun of themselves a lot of the time in these movies. And yeah, good times.
And you get that in This Is the End.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, you're just trying to force it now. It's similar, but not the same.
What's the race
like
then,
the stretching
Stout?
Stout, like,
What's the
sure.
prize that they're all
Three.
competing for?
Survival?
Survival. Surviving. Who's gonna survive the apocalypse? Yeah.
The race is just the race is just an excuse to get them together. The whole point is it's
exactly.
of great actors,
Exactly. Yeah.
comedic and otherwise.
And they're fun. I enjoy those.
What's his name? He's bounding down in this. Yeah, he was the highlight of the movie for me.
This isn't the end. This is the end of a good movie.
I want to see that one. I thought the trailer looked hilarious.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the movie yet? Oh.
I have not. No, I think it's on
you'll
Netflix.
like it.
I might just give it a spin there.
You'll enjoy it.
Try
I
before I
hesitate
buy
to
it.
say, like, oh my god, you have to, because I know if I say that, you'll be like, putting it off for another 5 years.
No, and you won't think it's the greatest thing ever. You'll enjoy it though.
No, because here's the difference. I initiated the statement, oh yeah, I heard that was good. I might check that out. You're merely confirming it. Now, if it was something I hadn't heard of, and you just like come out and know, you have to see this, it's amazing, then I'd put it off for another 5 years.
Well, I'm glad that you helped me to understand the meaning.
And I'm not here to oversell the movie. It's not going to be a classic in his eyes, but he will definitely enjoy it. You'll laugh. You know?
Oh, see, now I'm going to feel obligated to laugh. I think I might have to put it off
Oh my
a little.
God.
Okay, pickups.
Pickups?
Stout. Hold on, where's my mouse? Stout. There we go. Oh, and I gotta move Halloween out of your face. There we go. Okay. There we go. You're in the clear. What are the 8 billion things you got this week?
So the first two are 4K titles. I got The Evil Dead
Oh.
for $8.
Nice.
And that's the main reason I got it, because I already have the Blu-ray. But
I have that
8
movie
bucks
so
for
many
4K.
times, I have no desire to buy it again at this point.
There's no,
Then-
when Grindhouse finally releases their fabled release, because they had the rights to the movie. You know, I'm expecting an amazing, like, multi-disc,
Loaded
Very
with
expensive
extras.
release.
Yeah.
4-disc master.
Maybe
release.
then. But
I'll buy that. That's how you're gonna get me to. Better be a big edition.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I also got Lord of War on 4K.
Oh, nice.
For
I think
$8.
Cass sent me that one. Wasn't that part of your 30 for 30?
35 for 35.
35 for 35. It's going to be 40
Okay,
for 40 by
well,
the time we get around to it.
Well,
The movies do it.
I now own that movie, so
Yeah, I've got it here
Do
somewhere.
it, yeah.
great.
All right.
Oh,
Or you go forward, make it easier yourself.
What?
Did you hear that?
oh, we heard it.
Yeah, I heard it. All right.
I never have
I'm
to
a huge-
scream up during these, so they burst into laughter and I have to go and see it in the text.
Oh, yes.
Seth Angel says, I can't unhear it.
Be burned into your brain.
I made a huge Kino Lorber order because they have practically everything on sale.
Oh, great.
Oh, I'm gonna interrupt you one more time. This motherfucker goes, "Hey, give me some recommendations. I'm interested in finding some new stuff." I
Uh-huh.
give him a couple recommendations. He gives me no fucking information like, "Oh, it doesn't sound cool." So I can give him some new recommendations. Instead, he just buys some other shit. I could have easily recommended to him because I would have recommended a good chunk of them to him. But no, this motherfucker doesn't give me any input, asks for some recommendations, and just fucking walks away. Motherfucker, I didn't know if those sound interesting to you.
Like, don't give me any feedback or anything. Like,
God damn
I'm
you.
sorry.
did you like those recommendations, or would you like some other recommendations? Like, come on, give me some. Throw me a bone here.
I
Right?
basically got to the point where I had spent like 6 hours going through the entire sale because it was so fucking massive.
Wow.
And I was just like, I'm going to pick the ones that I feel like I would watch almost immediately.
Strong's Head says he had to play that since someone burped. So there's the... Yeah.
Ah.
Well, anyways. Judgment at Nuremberg.
Cool.
If you like to
Not
judge
for
Nazis.
Obvious reasons.
Yes.
That's correct.
Nazis are bad, and we like to watch
It's
them
Very-
American to judge
I mean-
Nazis.
Very
Thank
apt.
in movies.
Yes.
you.
Not really.
Yeah.
Movies.
The Skull.
Oh, it has Peter
Oh.
Cushing and a skull. I'm sold.
I've got a
floating skull.
really crap cut of that one.
Yeah.
A public domain release.
The Ghost of Sierra de Cobre.
Oh, Martin Landau. Nice.
Yes, this one apparently is from the writer and producer of Psycho and The Outer Limits.
Oh.
And it was like originally intended to be, they wrote it up as like a TV show,
Yeah.
and then it never got made. So they took what they made for like the
Like the pilot?
for the TV show and
Okay.
made it into a movie here.
Oh, interesting. Guessing haunted house kind of thing.
Yeah.
Haunted house
Looked
movie
really
with
interesting.
Martin Landau. I'm in.
I remember some story involved with that
Oh,
one that-
Broken Flowers.
Broken
You-
Flowers.
You can still watch that TV show.
Heard that was good. Never got around to seeing it.
It's very good.
I do like some Jim Jarmusch though,
And some Bill Murray.
and some Bill Murray. Yeah, Bill Murray doing drama.
Buffalo Bill and the Indians. Because I saw this, I guess a year ago. I
Sitting
saw the
Bull's history
trailer
lesson.
for it, and then I just was like, I'm going to wait until this goes really low on sale. And it went to like
Good old
$8.
Robert
I was
Altman.
like, okay.
I keep putting that one off. I keep almost buying that one, and then I keep
You
going.
can-
I'm like, oh, I kind of want to get that one, and I'm like, oh shit, a peplum. I want to get that instead.
Yeah,
That's what happened last
you
time.
you can never go wrong with Robert Altman.
Mm-hmm.
Tales of
Oh,
Terror.
I need that one. Anthology horror, I need it. Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, Basil
Based on the
Rathbone,
tales of Edgar Allan Poe.
Roger Corman,
Yep.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Good
There's
stuff.
5 reasons why I need that. Actually, 6.
Black Sabbath.
That's another one I need.
I have that.
I had my eye on that for a while.
Yeah,
Love that cover.
Burnt Offerings. Because I didn't have it yet.
I have that.
I've heard that.
It's a
Yeah.
movie.
It's a movie.
It's the best scene with an audience because it's good and awful, and it swings back and forth pretty violently.
Okay.
It's a fun time.
Making Contact. Which Skinslip
Ah.
advised me against, or he warned me about, I should say. But
Don't have that
It's-
one. No.
It was cheap.
It's
It was
Roland
cheap.
Emmerich's first movie.
I thought that was a Scream Factory release.
No.
Apparently not.
But the thing about that movie is it's basically batteries not included, and Poltergeist and E.T. and rips all those things off, but not successfully.
well.
But not so badly that's entertaining either.
Ah,
It's just kind of
that one's been sitting in my cart forever. I really need
Same.
to get that.
that's been I saved for later for
I
about.
was feeling anthology horror. You know?
Same here. Exactly. Well, and Vincent Price. Vincent Price, anthology horror. I'm there.
Far From Heaven,
Oh.
which is, I mean, I know some people don't know about it, but it's kind of this director's take on a classic movie, All That Heaven Allows, which
Okay.
is, it's like a movie from back in the 60s, and it's Technicolor, and it's like, it's just got this certain feel to it. And this director wanted to do something close to that, and it's very similar. It's not the same thing, but it's extremely similar. It's almost like a remake, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Huh.
a lot of differences between them, but
Hold
it's
on.
still a really good movie. So
Did you say it took you 6 hours to go through 20 pages of titles? Did
there
you
were
read
like
the
35 pages.
Hold
Are you
on.
kidding me?
Did you read the description and watch the trailer for every single one of them? What the fuck? It only took an hour.
I opened up like fucking hundreds of tabs, man.
Oh my
Movies that
God.
looked interesting.
Well,
to
Stout
me.
just
So
likes to take his time. You know,
So
let
you really did read the description.
let
of
the
nearly
art,
every title.
let the
Okay.
cover art and the
Watch the
description
trailer.
kind of
At least I understand.
wash
I understand.
over him for a little while.
It
Like he
just
doesn't
dawned
just
on me,
make
like,
snap
6
decisions.
hours.
Yeah,
They Shoot Horses, Don't They?
that one's a
That's
classic.
a very good movie, I hear.
Another one, I was like, well, given the times we're currently living in, it kind of feels like this sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Chosen Survivors, which looks cheesy as fuck, but
Oh.
also it's post-apocalyptic horror, so I'm down.
I
Sold.
paid like $11 for that fucking movie. I'm like, that's too much. for me.
I wanted it.
When it goes to $8, now we're talking.
It's Kino Lowbrow. Will never go to $8.
No, that's not true. The sale goes down to $8.
Got it because noir.
You literally bought
That's
a title.
a great
$8.
genre. I love the genre
In
of
the
noir genre.
I hate you so much. And then Avanti, which I got because Billy Wilder.
Oh. See, look at that fun cover. You don't see stuff like that anymore.
I know. And look, it's an ink-saving cover, and it's still fun. And I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
That's a classic ink-saving cover.
It's got some great artwork on
I
it.
paid $13 for this one.
Whoa,
Yeah.
big
It's probably the most
spender.
expensive one I got.
Yeah.
Hey, I got both Bojack movies in my order.
Bojack?
With slipcover. Bojack, The Night Stalker,
Oh,
and The
Kolchak.
Night Strangler. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
those have been
Kolchak
in my save for later pile forever.
but I got both of those with slipcover from that sale.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know there were
Yeah, you got-
slipcovers until he got them.
the
I was
slip
like, "What?"
covers are common for those.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
But-
I didn't even know there were slipcovers.
All
Say,
right.
didn't show them the Amazon at all.
All right,
That's it. That's all.
cool. So, Cass, munch. What'd you get?
What?
What did you get this week?
An election commercial.
You got an election commercial? What? Congratulations.
Yeah.
With tires.
Oh, you got your tires. Sorry, your audio takes a few seconds to kick in for some reason when you're talking. I don't know why. So we see your lips moving, and then we hear the latter half of the sentence you're speaking.
It's even great.
There you go. That's the secret. Just belch before every
Give it
statement.
closer to your mic. It's 'cause you're not close enough to your mic. Can't lean back in your chair and talk. Your mic will not pick you up.
Right.
You have to be close to your microphone in order for it to
Just so you
pick up your voice.
What? I didn't hear
So
that.
wasn't expecting to be put on the spot. So that's why I was like,
Yeah, he told us what he got. He got tires.
yeah, it's just like,
What? Huh? So how about you? What?
He told us he got tires already, dude. Come
All
on.
right. Okay, Skinslip. What'd you get? Now you're chewing on something.
Fuck you. All right.
Good, I gotta
So-
go get
Saturday
some
night
food.
ASMR.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna read the back of this because I haven't seen this, and the back of this is what sold me on it.
Okay.
All right. And I'm not showing you what it is till I read it.
Okay.
Black vest, no shirt, no fear, no rules. It's in all caps, so just so you know.
Yep.
Young karate expert Jack is stabbed through the heart by the vile Spirithacne. The name Spirithacne, excuse me,
Uh-huh.
a martial arts cultist with a spider drawn on his face. Luckily, local voodoo master / tennis enthusiast, Brother Banjo. This is where I lost it. Like, oh god. Okay. Revives Jack from the dead to seek revenge as Ninja Zombie.
Oh, they finally did a
Not
Ninja
on
Zombie.
Super 8. This is what made me like, I want this now. This is how my brain works.
Yep.
Shot on Super 8 in Chicago and never released on any format.
Nice.
This is the first time it's ever been released. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta own it.
Yep.
I feel like I owe it to this movie to be found. Ninja Zombie is an unrelenting ruckus of supernatural threats and high-kicking vengeance. If you've ever wished for a mutant mix of Toxic Avenger, 1980s Marvel Comics, and a 12-year-old's unfiltered imagination, prepare to meet your new favorite movie.
Ninja Zombie.
Look at that cover.
Yes, to all of those things. And what,
Right?
what was the
Please.
guy's name again? Brother
Banjo.
Banjo. That was-
the cultist, the kung
That's
fu
wonderful.
master / tennis instructor.
Yes.
And by the way, this is the cool alternate cover that I decided to flip to.
Are you showing it? Oh, yeah, I like that.
It's such a 90s VHS cover.
Yes. like,
And I'm like, I love it.
they didn't even
I
have
love
any
the
money
eyes.
to
I
spend.
know the eyes. That's a self.
Which eyes? Which ones? The ones
The one
ones
is
at the very top,
composited
Oh, you
into
don't?
the background, or the one on the
No,
zombie?
they're the same eyes, just in case you're curious. They're just like different angles. They're the same person's eyes
Exactly.
Interesting.
for both.
Wow.
Which is
Amazing. Ninja zombie.
and the next
folks.
one, and the final one I got, but
mhm.
Bruno Mattei's glorious beefcake badassery Robo War, starring your
Oh,
favorite team, the BMS. What do you think BMS stands for?
bad
Bad
motherfuckers.
motherfucker.
Big motherfuckers. You're
Okay,
right. Big
I was
motherfuckers
close.
is correct. Yeah, that's right. Reb Brown and a bunch of dudes are in the jungle,
Nice.
and Predator knockoff / RoboCop knockoff is attacking them. It's got a twist ending. It's really cool. It's actually a really fun movie.
There's
Cool.
a lot
another
of fun.
poster of that has like RoboCop legit on the fucking cover.
Right. You're correct. They have
Red
this really
Brown
cool
versus
RoboCop too.
RoboCop. Sold.
Yeah. Also released in Predator 2 in some areas.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that one. Predator 2.
That's hilarious.
So, but it was really fun.
I need a
And
black
I have a
Blu-ray
gif
case.
of Reb Brown shooting a gun in the jungle next to a guy who looks like Hannibal from A-Team. That's from this movie.
Okay. Very
Hilarious guy
good.
shooting.
Oh, wait a
That's
minute.
everything I got.
There
That's
we go.
everything.
Okay. Oh, hello, other me. Let me.
Yes, Seth.
Hi, other you.
Seven releases have been coming in black cases for about a year and a half.
Put
2
some
years now.
Halloween over me.
And I've actually been slowly converting my Severin
Yeah.
blue cases to black cases so they all match because I'm a crazy person.
Well, black cases are pretty. I like them.
And clear cases are pretty too.
Clear
I like
cases are pretty.
Halloween.
I like them. I also like Halloween.
I have one orange. Really.
So I got two things this week. Got some tax money in. Yes, more tax money. The government just loves giving me money apparently. So got a little bit extra.
You got a good problem having that.
So- So paid some more bills and had some left over to get at least a couple Blu-rays. So these are a couple that I originally had on pre-order with Amazon. I canceled them because I had no money, and then I got this tax money. So I was like, oh, we'll just pay these bills first, and anything left over, yes, I can get these too. Excellent. So I didn't get them from Amazon. I actually went to the mall and went to Sunrise, and they had them on the shelf, even though I don't think they released for another, 4 days. But, okay, no problem. Thanks, Sunrise. So, I got Quatermass 2. Good old Quatermass. So
Dude, I've watched 4 or 5 people do pickups and no one says it right. Not a single one has said it right. Not
Really?
one.
It is
Not
it is
one.
Quatermass. All of you wrong people.
Quatermass.
20,000 subscribers can't even fucking speak right.
Yes, apparently. And this is a
Very-
Scream Factory release. It's quite nice. It does have nice disc art there, and
I want to get these movies.
It actually does have a reversible cover, which let me just take it out here and I'll give you a better look.
Because whenever you get a role-playing game that's H.P. Lovecraft inspired, they always quote those movies as a good inspiration.
Yes. Reversible cover, which has the U.S. release title, Enemy from Space.
Oh, I love that cover.
So
Cool.
it's very
That cover
nice.
looks so fucking stupid. I love it.
At least you
it's
can't
good.
fucking
The covers
confuse
are
that
actually
title.
very similar. If you see, there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of the same elements are on them, but
Change what's big or not.
just kind of changed what's big. Yeah, exactly. So this is, of course, based on the second BBC serial, which is the first one that they have fully recorded, but it is not on this.
Oh, that's right. They lost the first one.
This is no, they didn't lose it. They didn't record it to begin
That's
with.
basically the same thing.
They recorded the first 2 of the 6 parts and decided that the quality was not up to par, so they did not record the remaining 4 parts. It is lost
What a dumb
to
idea.
time forever. I know. And, I mean, I watched the first
So
2, and I
short-sighted.
thought, they look good to me. So
Better than not having them, you fucking asshole!
Exactly.
All right.
But and Kino Lorber released the first Quatermass, if anybody's wondering, called the Quatermass Experiment, also known as the Creeping Unknown. Then also picked up Quatermass and The Pit, which is the third one. And this is the one I had on DVD for a long time with the horribly misspelled title as Quatermass and The Pit.
That's part of the problem, I think.
And it's awful. But this is the only one that's in color. And this is these movies are kind of the precursor to Hammer getting into horror, actually. This is where it started. So this is the U.S. poster on the back, 5 Million Years to Earth.
I like that title a lot.
And again, a very, very cool title, very cool artwork. Actually, I really like the artwork on both of them.
Anybody have the Kino Lowbrow to confirm if it has a reversible? Because some of the titles.
I have it. I will check. Hold on a second.
Because I want alternate covers for all three of them.
With the first movie he showed, the first Quatermass movie he showed, I liked the original artwork better. But with that second one there, I like the American version better.
Which one? So you like this one better?
Yeah, I like that better.
Than
More
this one?
horrific.
Yeah, that's true. It's more like, I'm going crazy.
See, like, I'm that anal guy where if I can't flip all four of the series, I don't want to flip any of them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to
Okay.
have them all.
So this is the Kino Lorber one, which I got a little while ago. This is the Quatermass Experiment. It creeps, it crawls, it kills. And there's the back. Very nice.
Which is currently on sale, by the way.
So I kind of wanted to wait until
Yeah,
I
I
had
know,
all
Stout.
three of them on Blu-ray. I've only ever seen the third one. And cover is not reversible.
Boo!
But what does it have here? It actually has 4 different posters from and lobby cards for the lobby cards, which is pretty
Danielle,
cool.
if you're watching this, can I get an alternate cover with the
It
US title?
does have Creeping Unknown posters.
Oh,
That's what
can
the
I-
U.S. poster looked like.
I know you have Photoshop wizardry.
So there you go.
That sister.
So anyway, so that is the 3. So basically, they were originally BBC miniseries, and then Hammer got the rights to the stories. The screenplays, I believe, were done by the same guy, Nigel Neal, who wrote the original BBC versions. So they are very
Photoshop
faithful.
Wickenry.
Huh?
Photoshop Wickenry, I was corrected.
Yeah. So they are very faithful to the original stories, just obviously cut down because the original stories were 6-part miniseries. So they're like 2.5 hours long. These have been cut down to about an hour and a half ish. So, but very good. I remember when I first saw Quatermass and The Pit. It was the first thing I ever saw of Quatermass. I had heard of it before, but it was the first thing I actually saw. And so there you go. That is the entire trilogy of Quatermass movies right there.
Sweet.
But I remember seeing this on TV at one point, and I was like, oh, look, Quatermass. This is supposed to be kind of like a, partial inspiration for Doctor Who. And watched it, and that legit scared me when I saw
There's
it.
a fourth film, right?
There was a fourth one, yes, called The Quatermass Conclusion, which was done in the 80s. And
There's a fourth other unrelated film that is kind of related. Right?
no,
Not-
that is it. There's those 4.
Then what am I thinking of?
Well, there is one other one, which is hold on, I'll just grab the stacks right here. I'll just grab them. The other one.
I'm thinking of something here, and you have a visual skirt. You were summoned. Yes.
Is we have Quatermass and The Pit.
God.
Yay! Finally, it's written correctly.
Misspelled on both sides. In it there. But no, you may be thinking of this one, which is the Quatermass Experiment from
Yes.
2005. What this is actually a remake of the original Quatermass Experiment, because the original one, the one that they only
Okay.
recorded 2 episodes of, was originally performed live, and the broadcast was of the live performance. And
I'm not crazy. There's a Blu-ray of it, right?
well, hold on a second. And then
Okay.
there's this one, which they did in 2005, which just to, I guess, to celebrate the anniversary or something, for whatever reason, they decided to do it live. So this was done live in 2005. and is a recreation of the original story, cut down to about 100 minutes or so. But still, David Tennant's in this. David Tennant's in this, which is pretty cool.
Got star power.
And Mark Gatiss as well. So very cool.
Real star power.
Yeah, so there was a Blu-ray, I believe, of the 4th movie, the Quatermass Conclusion, Region B only. And it was released on DVD over here. It is out of print. And the Blu-ray, I believe, is also out of print. So we're all just kind of waiting for some kind of re-release of that so we can all properly complete our Quatermass collections. It's literally the only thing left. That's it. That one from the 80s. Stars John Mills, I believe, as Professor Bernard.
Or there's some other fucking... God, what movie am I thinking of? Jesus Christ. Not those things. I'm looking it up.
I don't know. And then there's the... this is a Region B set. We have the Region B set of the original BBC versions. Hard to get a good angle. There we go. Kind of see them there. But this has the 3 original miniseries, everything that was recorded. These are quite good. I watched these a little while ago.
Problem is that the title, the name, the word is Quatermass.
It's fine if you watch it. If you watch it and then you become familiar with the character, then
make sense
you don't think of it. It's just his name. That's it, Professor Bernard Quatermass. That's it. They say it like 5,000 times over the course of the stories.
Wow,
So
what a terrible name to have.
It's like, hello, Professor, whatever your
Quarter
terrible
ass.
name is.
Hi, Professor Quarterass, the bully would tell him.
Yeah. Yeah. So David Tennant does not play Professor fucking hell, Professor Quatermass in it. He's like one of the secondary characters, but an important character.
God, I don't know where I'm thinking. Mass experiment.
Yeah, but that's not a trick though, Strong said. That might get you to the menu, but as soon as you start playing it, it rechecks. So
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on the
Get a
disc.
region-free
Yeah,
player.
it depends.
It's some discs, that's a trick that some discs
Yeah,
doesn't work.
it doesn't work with everything. So
People, there are players that are easy to make region free if you know what you're doing, but the problem is you don't know what you do. You don't know how to do that. So just go and fucking buy a region free player. That's the answer. Because not a region free player is somebody who actually does know how to do that, went in and fucking made it region free.
So he's not the 10th incarnation of Quatermass. It's kind of funny you say that because in the original BBC miniseries, each one of the 3, the character of Quatermass is played by a different actor. So another way in which they say it's kind of the precursor to Doctor Who, but in that case it was not intentional. It was because the actors who played the character kept dying before they would do the next one. So they just kept having to recast it. Like that literally happened with both of the first 2 actors. Then by the time they did the 4th one, the one who did the 3rd one was like just a million years old, so they just got someone else again.
He was basically dead.
So there was 4. He may have been dead actually by that point.
There's like 2 dead guys and 1 functionally dead person.
Yeah.
So they moved.
So interesting, fun fact, the movies, the first 2 actually have the same actor as Quatermass in both of them, and then he's recast for the 3rd one. So there's been, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's been 7 Quatermasses. Literally as many as there were Doctors in the original Doctor Who series.
Quatermass curse.
The Quatermass curse, yeah.
Curse with Quatermass sounds better.
So, yeah, it'll be fun watching those with you guys. It's they're short.
I'd like to get them at some point. They're on my wish list. A long
good stuff.
wish.
Classic British sci-fi. I mean, it's
I looked at my wish list.
it's basically where the BBC.
$7,000.
It was like one of the earliest examples of sci-fi made by the BBC, and it was one of the earliest forays of Hammer into the world of sci-fi horror. that kind of led into their horror stuff.
I went through and pruned a bunch of the out of print stuff, and as it currently stands, $7,000 is buy everything on my wish list.
And thank you.
I have an interest in.
Thank you, Strong Sad. I cooked that one up just for you guys because I love you all so much.
0.5 out of 10, huh?
Express.
You guys are very generous.
7.5. Wow, that's very generous for Manic.
Kissing your ass,
But-
literally.
So
Those ripped with mom, like,
There's nothing wrong with kissing ass. Just that's up.
sorry, what was that, Cass?
just letting those rip with mom, like, right behind you.
Yes. Well,
Bad
she's watching her political drama. She doesn't notice.
Checking. I was just wanted to clarify.
Of course, because I mentioned her, she was looking right at me when I ripped ass that time. But
Bad
oh, she
person.
said she heard the other one too.
I might be senile, but I'm not deaf.
Oh, okay.
God damn it.
It's like us that time when she got off the plane and went on to your balcony for a smoke.
Why did everyone stop talking?
It
Yes.
wasn't that we stopped talking, it was that it the top of our conversation. We just heard this from the balcony.
Echoing,
Yes.
rebounding off of all of the concrete of my balcony.
My bowels to yours.
Yes. Well,
Girl on the balcony below you, just like, gross!
oh yeah. That was great. That was when I was on the 3rd floor, so there it would really project.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Thank you, Duncan. I wasn't aware that I wasn't doing the thing that I was supposed to be doing, but thank you. I'll get on that more.
I'll get extra doing it. Thanks for the heads up.
More extra doing it or it. Yes.
Brother's moment there. The operation reminded me of your drug shelf building.
Oh God.
Go move it and you like drop was it the board games or something like that onto the floor?
Oh yeah.
Crash!
Yeah. Right after I said
like-
I have to be quiet.
Yeah, because we were telling you, it's like, oh, I finished the nailing, and like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I have to be by. Then 30 seconds later, crash! And you just came back to the computer, you were just like, it sounded like a gunshot. It'd go off the wall outside.
God. Craziness.
We're on the ground floor, so.
Well, do we have anything else to add? I think we covered everything.
I think we're good.
Nope.
I think we're good. Those of you on Twitch, stick around. I'm gonna do some more editing. Currently editing my playthrough of Batman: Arkham Origins, which looks like it's gonna, run up to the end of the month and then be finished after Halloween because that one was really long for some reason. Yeah, those of you who enjoy me raging at video games will enjoy that one because that one made me rage constantly.
I wish it was reasonable to ask you to do an all rage cut.
Get your finger out of your ear!
His finger in his ear to hear the fucking earpiece. It's in his fucking ear.
Exactly. They're just doing
You
it
do
because
this.
it's a cool pose.
God.
And he's like, he's in a quiet hallway after I've already dispatched all the villains. There's nothing to obstruct him
Yeah,
from being able
Still
to hear.
angry.
If it's like
He's
really
still
windy, I can see him doing
pissed.
this like in a better connection or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, fine.
That was my comment, and there's one episode where I actually sort of do a little mini review of my gripes with the game, and that was one of them. Was that there's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no logic to it. It's just random. Some conversations he has over the cowl communicator without putting his finger in his ear, and it's like, what is the impetus here?
Can't let it go, folks. He can't let it go.
To annoy the user.
Well, mission accomplished. Was annoyed.
Get your finger out of here!
Great. Such an old man yells at cloud moment.
I think there are some clips that viewers made while I was playing it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see. There's going to be some compilation stuff, but you guys can just see what form that takes.
Clip compilations. Yeah, that's easier to do actually.
Which? Oh, of clips? Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of those moments are probably already clipped on Twitch. I just have to grab them and put them together.
You got pretty diligent clippers here.
Yeah. I will be doing a compilation from Markham Blackgate, though, of every single time I tripped over those damn spike strips. Every single time.
My favorite one. My favorite one is when you're across the street and you fling that fucking battery at that guy on the roof. And it just slowly goes across. Yoink!
He just slides away. Like, what the hell?
That game is such a piece of shit.
Oh, it's so glitchy.
It's so bad.
It's fucking
So bad.
What's?
Arkham Origins.
Oh, Batman Arkham Origins. Yeah. After the excellence of the first two Arkham games. This was the one that was made by a different team, so it basically just copied and pasted a lot of shit from the previous game, and somehow managed to break a lot of the controls in the process, and was just generally glitchy and lazy.
It's even better to listen to their actual
it was a cash grab.
Discussion about the game. Like, they went to E3 and were talking about it and all this stuff. And they're talking about how much they love the first two games.
Yeah.
And how much they want to expand upon it. And they talk about it like they're really improving the fucking game.
It felt like
so much to it.
It felt like it was set in the exact same environment from the previous game. Like, it did not feel like a bigger Gotham at all. It's a little bit, I guess. A couple other areas, but really did not feel bigger at all.
Arkham Knight, you get to drive around in a city, and it's actually...
Yeah, see, now Arkham Knight, my understanding is that
it should have always been.
That is a legit bigger game. And, yeah.
The Batman game I always wanted. I might just jump and play that one.
And you can actually do shit with the Batmobile, and, yeah.
You get a bit of free roaming ability to go around and do shit.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, Sean's going to love that one.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
Sometime after Halloween shit's done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll be after Halloween, but
you weren't here to discuss this last stream.
Yeah, so it'll be Arkham Origin up to the end of August, and then Halloween for September, October. Got lots of scary games for Halloween. You guys are going to be in for a lot of treats. A lot of treats. Also, bring some hankies. There's some pretty intense, emotionally impactful, dramatic games this year as well. So, some pretty good stuff. Yes, there was a lot of crying over the course of this year's gameplays. Many tears were shed. What else? I've got a closer look. There's a closer look coming up tomorrow, which apparently is hilarious. And some other brands. So I've got a couple of package openings coming this week. There's another Blu-ray DVD update. What else? Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff coming, and the main thing I'm working on right now is Halloween stuff, so I'm just kind of getting all the non-Halloween stuff out of the way between now and the end of the month. So there's stuff coming. Enjoy whatever it is. And be sure to catch me on Twitch, because I stream pretty much every day. So.
Okay, so the thing I was just laughing at.
Yes.
People are gonna wonder. On a clip of Beverly Hills Cop 2, but translated into Spanish.
What? Sure. Just disappear and screw up the whole layout. Okay. There we go. But translated into Spanish. Okay, cool.
So,
What?
reason they decided they had to dub over Axel's laugh.
What? God.
Well, I think, like, what is there to translate in that? Like, it's just
Yes.
him laughing, and also, never mind that it's the iconic Eddie Murphy laugh.
Yeah, like the inhaling, wheezing laugh. Yeah.
Was worse than that.
Oh, God. What?
Eddie Murphy grin.
Oh, God.
So unexpected.
Wow. Okay.
Eddie Murphy is being paid $70 million by Netflix to do a comedy special. So he's going back to stand-up comedy.
I know.
But only for $70 million.
I know. Well, actually, I didn't know that part. But I knew he was doing a comedy special. And everybody was saying, please wear the same outfit you wore in Raw or that other one you did. He's not going to do that. He's going to do something else. This will be the new, more intellectual, mature Eddie Murphy. To talk about marriage and having a mortgage and, you know, important adult things.
Yeah.
No. I'm sure he'll say the F word a lot for old time's sake. I didn't actually like him that much when I was a kid. A lot of my friends...
What?
A lot of my friends loved his stand-up and had some of his albums and stuff, and I didn't think he was that funny. It wasn't until later his comedy kind of grew up. I think it's just because I didn't like that style of comedy at the time, the sort of coarse, you know, crude humor. Now, of course, I love that kind of comedy, so he's like one of the all-time greats. And I went back like years later and watched his old comedy routines, and I was like, this is freaking hilarious. What was my problem back then? Clearly, I was insane.
I rediscovered the two Beverly Hills Cop movies recently.
Yeah.
Just when I was sick, I just needed something to watch, and
Yeah.
just found a... Because I remember the second one a lot better than the first one, because I know I watched the second one a couple times as a kid.
Yeah.
I know they'd seen the first one all the way through, but it was more like a new viewing experience for me, a little more with that one.
Yeah.
Both great films in their own respect.
Yeah, I think that was probably what it was, actually, was I hadn't really seen much of his stuff, and I was just kind of introduced cold to some of his stand-up, but then I saw him in Beverly Hills Cop, and that was where I warmed up to him more as, you know, comedic, just as a comedian, and then I think I saw some of his Saturday Night Live stuff, and I thought that was really funny. And then eventually, you know, caught a repeat of one of his specials at some point, and just laughed endlessly. I'm still laughing now.
I watched the first one because one of the men in the first Beverly Hills Cop was played by Jonathan Banks.
Jonathan Banks.
In Assault.
What?
In Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Oh, Mike, right, of course, yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, in that. So I didn't catch it right away, and then I saw him in a particular shot. I'm like, hey!
It's him! Yeah, he's an actor I've always really liked. I just didn't know his name. But,
he's been in a lot of stuff.
yeah, I liked him in, he was great in Breaking Bad, and, yeah, he's been a character actor for years. I remember he was in the show Wise Guy. He was, like, sort of the boss that Ken Wall's character would, you know, get his missions from and stuff. But that was the thing I most remembered him from. But anyway, that is it for this week, folks. Hope you enjoyed, and we will catch you next time. I don't know where Skinslip disappeared to. I guess she had stuff to do. So, alrighty. We'll catch you next time. Those of you on Twitch, stick around. I'm going to come back on in a little bit. We're going to do some more editing tonight. And, yeah. And those of you on YouTube, we'll see you next time in whatever form that may take. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.
Bye.
Yeah. God, so...
Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, blu blu blu. Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.